up, you guys? It's me, Katie, and I'm here today to talk to you about a book called Girl in Translation by Jean Kwok. This is the book. Nice book, you know. The book Girl in Translation by Jean Kwok is about a girl named Kimberly, and she's 11 years old, and her mother moved from Hong Kong to Brooklyn in New York. So it's about Kimberly and her mother's transition into American society, and so they need to not only learn the language and adapt to the culture, but they also need to find a way to survive, pretty much, because they're kind of poor. So what happens is Kimberly ends up working in a factory, and it just follows her struggles with that. You know, all her other American classmates are just going to school and living, 11-year-old people lives, and she has to work in a factory just so that she can have food on the table. So, and during this time, she's also learning English and adapting to major culture shift with America and getting used to that. And also, remember, she's making friends. She's, still living that life. So it's difficult for her and her mother. As well, there is a growing subplot of Kimberly's story with this guy named Matt that she may or may not have a relationship with. And about this sort of internal conflict that Kimberly has with just this relationship and deciding what's right for both of them, and just the choices that she has to make. So I chose this book because, well, to be honest, I like the cover because it's blue, and I like that color, but that's what initially drew me to it. But after reading the back, I was intrigued by, just the story of immigrants having to get integrated into the Western society. And I've always been interested in different languages and cultures, so that drew me to the book as well. Also, I'll leave that till the end because that has to do with what I thought of the book after I read it. So before I get into that, I'll talk about two literary devices that were employed in this novel. One, there was a theme. The main theme of the novel was about the choices you make shape your future. So in the novel, Kimberly and her mother had to make some pretty tough decisions, but they were tough because they knew that they would affect their future. So, for example, at the very end, Kimberly has to decide between Matt, the love of her life, and pursuing her dream to go to Harvard and, live a successful life in the career aspect of things. I'm not going to tell you what she decided because you should read the book yourself, but it was a pretty tough decision for Kimberly. Also, to be a bit more vague and I guess, sort of obvious about things, it was definitely a hard decision for Kimberly's mother to move to America. And obviously, this decision will and did shape their lives forever. So, Kimberly is a very smart girl, so this gave her countless opportunities to get some better education and just, follow her dreams. But obviously, which is what this novel is about, it wasn't easy for Kimberly. And so getting to her dreams had to involve yet more choices and more decisions that had to be made. So, yeah, that's life. So the second literary element present in the novel that I talk about is symbolism. So, right. So there's this one symbol that's prominent throughout the novel, and it's the sign of the Liberty Goddess. So it's like this sort of dream that Kimberly has about like the sort of Statue of Liberty, and what it symbolizes is like the ideal like American dream, like the idea that America is perfect, and when she moves there then her life will be perfect. But as we know that from reading the novel, this isn't true. This isn't true. So, a quote from the novel that shows the symbolism of the Liberty Goddess. It's in chapter 8 when Kim and Matt and her mom go to see the Liberty Goddess, or the Statue of Liberty. I held my breath when we finally got a good view of the Liberty Goddess. She was so close and so magnificent. And a few lines later, Kimberly's mother says, "How long we've dreamed of this." And then Kimberly says, "We're here. We're really in America." So, this shows how the Statue of Liberty, or the Liberty Goddess, symbolizes the America that they imagined that they'd come to. The America where everyone's free and has equal opportunities. And it symbolizes this dream that they had and that they brought with them. Okay, so I would recommend this novel, especially to people maybe 14 and up, because I feel like people younger than that wouldn't really get the whole message, maybe. But yeah, I think this novel has a good message of, I don't know, it communicated to me very well what poverty in the US is like even now, and especially the difficulties that some immigrants may have with poverty in particular. And like I said earlier, like the human rights sort of thing, like the immigrant rights and the workplace rights, that's really interesting. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, then you should read the book. I don't know, other than that, I think teenagers, young adults in general might enjoy the book more so than other age groups because of the fact that the story revolves around Kimberly when she was in like those years, like ages 11 to, I don't know, like 18 maybe. So yeah. But other than that, adults can read it too. But yeah. Also, since it's from the point of view of a girl, and maybe there's like some girly things in it, maybe girls might like it, but boys and girls like it too. So like, I don't know. I think it's for everyone, really.